Hi, I'm Mike Beliveau, and once again, I'm down here in the shop. And as I'm filming this, winter has us firmly in its icy grips. And really, it's not a good time to be going out to the range. And especially since my injury, I'm just not as sure on my feet on icy ground. So I've been looking for things that I can do inside to keep myself entertained for the winter. And when the weather gets frightful, I don't know where you turn, but my interest went to air guns. Now, back when I was 14, I got my first handgun, which was a Daisy spring-powered replica of the Colt Single Action Army BB gun. And even though I had a 22 rimfire rifle and a 12-gauge shotgun, which I used for hunting and for target shooting, I just loved that BB gun because I've always been interested in handguns. And basically, if I wasn't in school, that thing was strapped on my hip. And I shot tin cans and pine cones and just about everything with it, including quite a few nice fat juicy frogs. And I just loved it. And eventually, of course, I wore it out and graduated to regular cartridge firing guns. But I always had a soft spot in my heart for that. So, several years ago, I got myself a, powerful spring-powered, basically single-shot target shooting air rifle, which I got to use as a practice around the house gun so that I would shoot my flintlock rifle better, to practice just the fundamentals of marksmanship. So I thought, for this winter, maybe it was time to check out handguns. And I really hadn't paid a whole lot of attention to the airgun market. It's just not something I did because I just shot cartridge and black powder guns so much. But now that my mobility is a little more limited and the bad weather definitely affects me more, I decided to check out air pistols. And I was amazed at how far they've come since that Daisy I had when I was 14. You can get pretty much a replica of almost any pistol that you would like, or you can get specialty guns for hunting or for target shooting. But there are tons of replica guns out there, and they are incredibly well made. In fact, I'm going to say right now, if you were thinking of getting maybe a Denix non-firing replica gun, you got to check out and see some of these air pistols if they have the same model. Because if they do, these things are actually higher quality strictly as a replica than the Denix guns. It's just a fact of life. So I was very impressed. And, of course, as I said, you can get almost anything you want. And since my interests run mainly towards historical firearms, I was really happy to see that they had a good selection available today of the popular cartridge firing firearms of the frontier. And I decided to get one of each. And this series basically is going to be about those guns. So there are 3 Old West type guns that I was able to find as air pistols. The first is a replica of the standard single action Army Colt 45. The second one is a replica of the 1875 Remington. And the third is a replica of Smith & Wesson's Schofield. They are all very high quality. And in this series, I'm going to take you through one video on each of them. Now, what I'll do is I'll take you through the features of each gun. I'm going to compare each air pistol to its cartridge firing gun, the gun that it replicates, to see how close a copy it is of the gun it purports to be a replica of. I'll just give you the answer in the back of the book. They are very close copies, surprisingly close. So I'll take you through what the differences are, as well as the similarities. And I'll show you how to load them, show you how they function, and then we'll do a little shooting with each one. So I hope you'll come back as those videos are produced over the course of the winter and enjoy them. And I'll tell you what, for the price of these things, which is right around $100 each, you know, a little, say 100 to 120, and right in that range, you can't beat them. I mean, these things are tons of fun. So if you wanted an Old West gun and you just couldn't justify the money that the actual cartridge firing versions require, and it's not a gun that you need to carry for self-defense or anything like that, you just wanted to have one, I'd recommend you take a look at these guns, because they will very much give you the feeling of having the real thing. And you can shoot them in your basement. It doesn't get much better than that. So keep your eye open for the individual videos, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye.